Hey Jammers! Today I'll be sharing some stories from my earlier years playing Animal Jam as a young kid. These are all from around 2013 to 2017, which sounds way too recent. I don't have many stories from playing Classic. I just remember my favorite buddy was Kitty Cat Meow Meow 7, and we wrote a song together about one of the birds at the Birds of Paradise party. So, if you're out there, Kitty Cat Meow Meow 7, you were a real one. I feel like you were way older than me, and at the time I was just like an annoying little kid, so thank you for putting up with me. I still remember you. Anyways, I started Play Wild as soon as it was released in 2015, but at the time my parents were pretty strict when it came to me being online, and they didn't let me make an account. So I played as a guest jammer for a long time. When I was finally allowed to make an account, they changed the settings so I couldn't type, but even though I could only use bubble chat, I still managed to get an Animal Jam boyfriend. So, good job protecting me. Anyways, he broke my heart. So, at the time, I was a plushie collector, and my den was full of plushies. And when I brought this guy to my den for the first time, he saw my plushie collection, did the vomit emoji, and left. I was heartbroken. Anyways, this is kind of cool, but you can still search his username in the game, and it's like a blast from the past. He hasn't been online in 7 years, and you can still look at his profile and go to his den and see the old items, and it shows that he's level 1, because he stopped playing before levels were even added to the game. If you want to check it out, his username was Bloodhound0307. Anyways, Bloodhound, I forgive you. What was wrong with my plushie collection? Back then, my main animal was the wolf, and my outfits were so ugly. I would use the worst color combinations ever just because they matched my items. So if you're ever wondering why so many new jammers have the absolute worst outfits, it's just because they're kids. Let them have fun with their silly little outfits. Anyways, I remember this so clearly. One time, I was in the Sapphire shop. It was the old one, not the old one, but the long rectangular one. Anyways, at the clothing display, which still exists, it would show the featured set being sold at the time on your current animal, so you know how it looks. But of course, I was a very self-centered little kid, and I didn't know that. So one time I noticed that the animal on the display was identical to mine, and I was so overwhelmed and happy because I thought AJPW had chosen me as the model in the Sapphire shop. I thought I was the chosen one. I was so proud, and I thought this was confirmation that my outfit was the best, and that's why they chose me. This is what my animal looked like. It was so ugly. And I would brag to people in real life this game had chosen my character as the model in the shop. I would also brag to people in the game about it, and nobody told me I was wrong. My next story is the first time I got scammed. This was back when flower crowns were rare. Now they're just a seasonal item worth nothing that new jammers also get for free when they start playing. Anyways, back then, people would trade a lot for them, and I had managed to get 9 flower crowns. I wanted to trade them all up for one big item, and someone in Bepper's den offered me a black-tipped Raccoon Tail, and I was so happy that I lost all reasoning. I loved Raccoon Tails, I still do. They're probably my favorite item in the game, but trading 9 flower crowns for 1 Raccoon Tail was an issue, because this was back in probably like 2016 or 2017, when we still had the old trading system. There was no trade chat, and you could only trade up to 4 of your own items for 1 of the other person's. This scammer wanted me to trade 4 flower crowns for a junk item, then another 4 flower crowns for another junk item, and then I would trade the last one for the Raccoon Tail. Obviously, because they were a scammer, they left before I could do the last trade, and took 8 of my flower crowns and left me with 1 and no Raccoon Tail. I cried so much that day, but Eventually, I finally got my first beta Raccoon Tail, but I also lost my 2 best buddies at the same time. This is probably 2017 or 2018, I don't remember, but I was roleplaying with my best buddy at the time, who I'm gonna go ahead and share their username because they should be reported. They were super inappropriate and I didn't understand what they were saying because I was a really innocent little kid. Anyways, I loved that person. And then suddenly while we were roleplaying, my other buddy came in that day, who I can barely remember, I'm so sorry. But they came into my den and told me they were quitting and giving away their items. They traded me a white-tipped raccoon tail for my super sweet raccoon tail that was like purple and gray. I accepted and I was so happy because that was my dream item. And I also thought it was the rarest item in the game because I was a stupid little kid. I honestly didn't care that they were quitting because I was so happy that I got the raccoon tail. Anyways, I said my goodbyes because they were quitting, and then I tried to go back to roleplaying with the weird friend. I told them what happened, and they got super upset and jealous because of my new shiny raccoon tail, and they unbuddied me, and that made me cry. But now I'm really happy they unbuddied me because our little relationship didn't go any further. So after all that raccoon tail meant a lot to me, and white-tipped raccoon tails are still my favorite item in the game to this day. Sadly, I gave away that raccoon tail when I quit Animal Jam for a while in 2020, and honestly I miss it. Even though I have a new one now, I still miss my old one because it was just special. And that's my last story for today. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'm so excited that we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. And I'm also excited because after this video, I'll probably get to the requirements to actually earn money from YouTube, because I only need a few more watch hours from videos, and then I'm there. I did not think that this hobby would get me that far. Anyways, bye guys, and if you made it this far, add a fish emoji to your comment. I'll give it a little heart. Anyways, bye guys, for real now, bye.